Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr Podcast. We are on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And if you're listening to us on iTunes right now, please leave a 5-star review. I got a bunch of stand-up comedy shows to promote. You guys got to come to a live show. That's where it's at. Thursday, July 14th, I will be headlining Stand Up New York. That's in good old NYC. So if you missed the Minds event this past Saturday, I definitely better see you at the Stand Up New York Club on July 14th. Then I'm headlining in Buffalo at Nickel City Cigars Saturday, July 16th. This is going to be a super fun show. The price includes 24-hour private club membership, a premium craft cigar, no drink minimum. Get turned up. Then I'm headlining in Syracuse Sunday, July 17th at the Funny Bone out in Syracuse. Very excited. Never been to that club before. Then I'm heading back to Texas in September, headlining in Austin at the Cap City Comedy Club Thursday, September 8th, headlining in Philly Wednesday, September 14th at the Helium Comedy Club. Then I'll be in New Orleans doing 4 shows at the Comedy House, New Orleans. I always go back and forth between New Orleans and New Orleans, but catch me there September 30th and Saturday, October 1st. Then we're doing another content house down in Florida. And so with that, we will be doing a Comedians of the Compound show at the Orlando Improv Thursday, October 27th. Tickets are available for all these shows. Check them out. Go to chrissiemayr.com to buy tickets. Woo! Also, I want to shout out flagranttriggers.com. All your Chrissie Mayr t-shirt needs. This is a great site because it's not TeePublic, who booted my shirts off because they didn't like my Rootin' for Putin shirt. Go to flagranttriggers.com. Get Rootin' for Putin, the Mayor tee, the Dabbler tee, or the new Simpcast t-shirt. I think at least 4 different colors. $27 includes shipping, and they're super soft, super nice. Get yours today. flagranttriggers.com. Okay. I voted today. Did you? It was exciting. It was just one little tick. It was just one little bubble to fill in. Couldn't have been easier. So excited to have this gal on the pod today. We had a little bit of a scheduling snafu, but I'm so excited that she's here today. She is a Polish-born, Swedish-raised content creator. So excited to have her on the show today. Monica Huldt, how are you?
Hi, I'm really well. I'm sorry for last time. My email got screwed up. Something happened, but here we are. I'm super excited. Super excited to see you. Love your t-shirts. Gonna buy one. So yeah, I'm gonna buy all of them actually.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Good. That's awesome because a lot of times, I mean, I'll tell people I meet about oh, I have a Rootin' for Putin shirt, and some people will get mad. Some people will get mad, and I'm like, let's break this down. Do you really okay, I'm not truly rooting for anybody. It's out of my I don't know what's going on in Russia. I don't think most of us have no clue. And even if you were to be an activist for Ukraine, what difference does it make? I don't know. It's just fun to.
It's a fun t-shirt. It's a fun t-shirt.
Thank you. It is fun to make people confused. So Monica, I want to get into how did you get from you were born in Poland,
yes,
raised in Sweden.
Yes.
You look like a celebrity, and I can't think of the name. Who do people tell you look like?
A little bit Sandra Bullock because of my nose.
Okay.
But I don't know. She's my favorite though. I love her. If I ever met her, I'd probably be so starstruck. But yeah.
Oh, the actress. Are you saying the actress from Divergent? Yeah. What the hell is her name? Who's the actress from Divergent? She's a brunette.
I don't know. I have to Google that.
I am paying attention to the chat room. Don't yell at me, chat.
Somebody yelling. There's a lot of yelling.
There's a lot of yelling. A lot of all caps. Yeah, just because I'm not responding to you. Shailene Woodley, yes. Okay, but hotter though.
Oh, thank you.
Shailene Woodley, but hotter. But yeah, a little bit like Jennifer Lawrence. You look a little bit like a stand-up comic that I don't think you will know, but her name's Karen Feehan.
Okay.
Definitely in your face.
These people, no.
She's fun. All of them are good looking is the point. So born in Poland, raised
Yes.
in Sweden,
Yes.
and you live here in the United States now?
Yes. I live in Arizona. I moved to Arizona 2 years ago from LA, and I lived in like 4 years in LA before that.
So you were part of the great pandemic move.
Yeah, I was. That is actually how it happened, because I was like, okay, this is all going to shit, and I got to get out of here. So Arizona was it. I love Arizona. Arizona is amazing.
What was the sign to you that you needed to get out of LA?
When I moved from Sweden to LA, and Sweden is like 10 million people, which it's like LA. And all of Sweden is 10 million people. So, there was not much to do in Sweden besides, work and die, basically, which is very sad, but it's very true. And we have about 9 months of winter.
Whoa.
And well, not winter, but cold.
It's kind of like New York. It's basically, it can be pretty cold, like November, December, January, February, March, April. Well, no, not 9. 9 is a lot.
Then New York does have summer, which has completely gone Sweden like this, because I went to Sweden. I came back, 5 days ago, and I was away for 3 weeks, and we probably had 3 days of summer.
No joke, 3 days of summer. I didn't think of Sweden as a summerless country.
Oh no, it's very, very cold. I think we had like maybe 59, 65 ish. The warmest day was 75. So, gotta be good. Yeah. So I moved, to LA, and I kind of didn't like it. LA is a very hard city to live in, and people are very hard to get to know, or even, have friendships with people, because in LA, everything is, I came here to work, to be whatever that you want it to be, and then you only fit in if you can help somebody with something.
Oh my God, this is just like New York, but it's more obnoxious in LA. So you originally moved to LA to be in the adult industry?
No, I actually met my husband online on Facebook.
No, what?
Yeah,
on Facebook?
Slided into those DMs.
You slid into his, or he slid into yours?
No, I slided into his. Yeah, I was a little bit wine drunk, and I was like, "Oh, you're hot,"
See, guys, it can happen. Hold out. Hang on to your Facebook accounts. You never know.
Yeah. So I slided in there, and he legit thought I was selling sunglasses or a webcam show.
You're like, I could.
Want to buy one. And then it went from there, and I moved to LA to be with him. And when I moved to LA, I had to get my green card, so I couldn't do much of anything. So, I was dancing. A little bit in Vegas, Memphis, Tennessee, which I love Memphis. Shout out to Memphis.
That's like a music city, isn't it?
It is. And it's awesome. People are so sweet, Southern hospitality, and it's beautiful, and love the people. It's just amazing. But, started working in LA, and it's tough to be a dancer. Even though I liked it, it's very hard on your body, on your soul, everything. So
let's get into this, because I have so many friends that are in different areas of the adult industry. Like, some are still doing feature dancing, some are go to conventions, some have, just have like a killer OnlyFans. Some are like straight up, just shooting. And it's not an industry for everyone. Like, I think you have to have I don't even want to say like a tough. Of course, you have to have a tough skin, just like any entertainment, any part of the entertainment industry. But I think you have to have you almost have to have a tough soul. Like, you really have to protect yourself. And I just don't think everyone's cut out to do that. So what was your experience, and what made you feel like, oh God, this is.
So I've always been super open when it comes to sexuality, which is weird, because I was raised Catholic since I'm from Poland. So
it didn't take,
No, it didn't. No. So I've always been very open, and I think everybody should have a choice of what they want to do to earn money. Like, nothing is wrong besides things that are not legal. But whatever you want to do, you want to do, and I'm not going to shame anybody for it. So, you know, I was working in Memphis first, which was super fun. Like, I loved it. It was the best time. You know,
What club?
everybody was
Like what?
a fan. Purple Diamond. So shout out to Purple Diamond, the best club in Memphis. The owner is treating everybody like, you know, a daughter or a, you know, or his little sister. He's super protective. Everybody's super sweet, and I loved it. But the going back and forth between Memphis and LA is tough because it was like 5 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and 5 weeks on, you know? So I was like, okay, I got to find a place in LA, which was hard. So I went to Vegas, worked Vegas for a month. I was like, never again. This is horrible. I mean,
What's bad about Vegas?
No, it was for me, it was 50 girls, you know, it was girls everywhere. And I was like, how am I going to do this? Because I come from a club that's this small to, you know, a huge place. And the girls were catty because, you know, it's like, they don't know you, you're new, so you're going to get picked on. You know, that's just the way it is. And I'm not shaming anybody for it because I've done it myself, which is not good. But, so I was like, I can't do Vegas. It's just
like
not
a sorority. Is there like, I don't know, not hazing per se, but like.
No, but you know, you kind of have to fit in, and it's just tough. Vegas is tough. But then I started in LA, super small club in Santa Monica. I worked a day shift, actually. It was just me and another girl. And we had a good time, but you know, the club it's just very tough because that particular club, the people were very hands-on, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
This is day shift. So what time is it starting? What, 11 a.m.?
The day shift 12 to 8. And then, you know, when I had a customer that, you know, came in, I had a customer that usually came in around 3 and he would leave at 3 in the morning.
What? How often would he come in?
What?
Like, did he come in every day or like
no,
how often?
No, once a week.
Okay,
So
once a week.
Yeah, he would come in at 3 and then he would do like private dances and I would have to stay until like 10 in the evening. And then I said, you know, 7 hours in the VIP with the same person, that will
7 hours. That's an entire work day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was.
What could you make in 7 hours with one guy in a VIP
booth? Around 16 grand, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I would do that. Sign me up.
Yeah, and you know what? God bless him. He's a sweet soul. You know, he's very, very polite, very nice. You know, very educated man. It's just a tough. You know, it was a tough crowd. So, you know,
once a week he'd come in and spend 16 grand and he would just see you once a week.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Well, for the day shift, then he would stay for the night shift, which he would spend another God knows what.
So he probably would spend like 30 grand every time he goes.
I think the most I've seen was 68,000 on his credit card. Like when I came in the next day, my friend, who was the manager, he would manage during the day and he would show me the slips, you know. And I was like,
what did this man do for a living?
He was an architect and his wife was a lawyer, I think.
Did the wife know he was there?
Oh, his wife called one Sunday. Listen, one Sunday he came in drunk as a skunk, high on God knows what. You know, we go into the VIP, you know, whatever, and he leaves his phone with the doorman, and the wife calls like 25 times. So
shit.
She wasn't happy. So, you know, the doorman had to drive him home. He shows up at home apparently, and the wife is like, "Who is this?" He's like, "Oh, that's my friend from whatever." And he was like, "I can't, like, just leave my car." So yeah, after that, I kind of didn't see him for a month or so because, but he was on house arrest, poor soul. But yeah,
but he did come back. That's pretty amazing.
He did. Yeah, he did come. Well, he's been going to that same club for 20 years.
Okay.
So, you know, he was awesome though. Love him, whatever, you know, all my clients.
get dances or would he get more than that?
Well, he was very intoxicated every time he came in. So usually he would just sit there with the girls naked, like, and get dances. And, that's about it. And chat, he would like tell you about his life and, ask questions about you. So he was very nice in that sort of way where he actually did care about who you are. Like, he would share his problems. I would share mine issues. It was fun. But, every time a customer comes in, you kind of have to be a different person to get to be on that customer's kind of, level of whatever.
You have to be kind of like a chameleon. Like you really have to be a good stripper. You have to be like very empathetic and perceptive and like a mind reader kind of.
Yeah. So, but I was there for 3 years, I think. And, it takes a toll on you because I worked Monday to Friday, 8 hours or more, depending on who came in. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm literally, my soul is dying and this is not what I want for myself. So thankfully OnlyFans happened and I had amazing fans. So,
thanks to the pandemic. So you got on, what, 2020?
No, I actually got on 2017. So I was on OnlyFans when OnlyFans was baby. It was 6 months old and it had nothing, no pay-per-views, no nothing. It was just, just like a Netflix kind of thing. Didn't use it too much until the pandemic hit because that's when I decided to quit. I think I quit dancing about like 6 months before the pandemic hit. So yeah. And after that, it just took off and it was amazing because, shout out to the people that follow girls on OnlyFans because you guys have no idea that you're actually saving a lot of girls' life and, food on their table. So you guys are awesome. Even though some girls I know give you guys shit for, for not paying or not doing that. But for me, it was a lifesaver. So I'm very grateful.
How is OnlyFans, like that soul sucking element of stripping? How is that? None of that is present at all with OnlyFans?
No, not at all. I love what I do, even though sometimes you get tired because, I'm a female and I have my ups and downs and, it is what it is. But I genuinely love OnlyFans. It's a really good place, if you want to chat with somebody or you just make money or, just express yourself freely, which is amazing. And I really love it. So
your Instagram is amazing. It's inspirational to me. I'm going to show it. My God, Monica, your body is retarded.
That's actually not my, I'm just Swedish. This is Swedish Bella 1, but.
Oh my God, imagine this isn't even you at all.
Oh, it is me.
Okay, thank God. I'm like complimenting. It'd be funny if it wasn't you at all. So what's your real account? Is Swedish Bella
underscore? I think we have an underscore there somewhere.
Okay. Wow, I was following the other you.
Yeah, this is my backup. You can actually click on that on Swedish Bella. No, that's my link. But on the at there, Swedish underscore Bella. So if you scroll down, there we are. Yay! No. Yeah. Nope.
Oh my God. It's like I'm a boomer.
Oh, there we are. We made it.
Oh my God. Your body is still retarded, even on this account. Tell me about, have you always been athletic? What is your workout regime?
I have not
always looked like this.
No, I was an ugly duckling. I was picked on in school.
Stop it. No, you how could you possibly be?
No, 100%. I was badly made fun of. Like I would want to kill myself when I got home when I was a teenager. It was tough. It was, and I was from Poland, which means I grew up in a small village, as you can call it, in Sweden, which I was almost the only one that was from a different country. And, in small places in Sweden like that, people can be pretty racist. And it doesn't matter what color skin you have. it's where you're from, or that you're talking funny, or you can't speak the language or whatever. So my house was egged. People would throw rocks at me. I wouldn't be invited to stuff, or they would invite me to a party and then they won't let me in. So my mom had to pick me up again. Yeah, it was really bad. My dad had to come to school multiple times for, to talk to people. And it was just really, really bad.
And this is for being Polish?
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea that Polish people faced racism.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's because I was from just a different country. I was told I was a fucking immigrant, I was a dirty immigrant, that I should go back home. It was just really, really tough. So no, I have not always looked at that like that. I was a little bit of an ugly duckling, but
did you feel like I had my ugly phase was very much in college, and I feel like it did kind of motivate me to step it up. Whereas I feel like people who are hot in high school, they take a turn.
Oh yeah, they do. Us that were a little bit, mediocre or whatever, we always blew out to be these beautiful creatures, because I think, with all the shit we took from people, it's like, I'm going to show you. So here we are. But so I was an ugly duckling, so I didn't look like that. And I had eating disorders when I was 15 because of all the bullying and, back and forth being, called names and stuff. So I lost a lot of weight. I got sick, of course, because I had bulimia.
Oh, no.
So yeah, and then on top of that, I had to put up with my mom that was a raging narcissist. So that's always fun.
I know what that's like. That's my dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's you can't live with those people. Unfortunately, like I love my mom. She'll always be my mom, but we have we don't talk. It's just not doable. So yeah, I actually had plastic surgery because of all the shit I had to endure. So people tell me, I have big boobs. Okay. Yeah. I had my boobs done. Yeah. I had my nose done, but it's people make fun of you on the internet because you had plastic surgery. They make fun of you on the internet if you don't have plastic surgery. So you can't really win, right? So you kind of have to.
There's no way to win. They'll find something about you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even Megan Fox, they make fun of her thumbnail. Like her thumbnail looks like a toe.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And then when you look, have you ever seen it?
No, it's Megan Fox who looks at her thumb. Like her.
I do when I'm feeling bad. Yeah.
I'm like, well, anyway. So I had a little bit of plastic surgery. I had help, but. I trained since I was 18. I started my fitness journey when I was 18, and I kind of never stopped. I've always worked out more or less, like during the pandemic.
Okay, so this is the thumb, just really quick. This is what we're working with here.
Well, that's, I mean, does it have a name, you think?
Does it have a name?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's name it. I don't know.
Toe thumb? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it's just a fun
she's showing it off, so she doesn't care. Good for her.
No, she's crushing it. She's great.
Yeah.
So what did you like? I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe you had your boobs done, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. To me, it doesn't look like you've had a lot done.
No. You know what? For me, plastic surgery isn't something that you have to take over the top. Yeah, my boobs are big, which I kind of sometimes regret, but it is what it is. But no, I had my nose done and I had my boobs done and I had some body contouring because I was a square. So I had no butt, no nothing. It was like this, and I had legs, and that was it. So
square.
Yeah, I was a square. I was a board. I was flat on each side of the So
is the body contouring where they just take out, like my friend had this recently, they like kind of lipo out of your stomach and they put it on your ass.
Yeah, exactly. But all that fat died within 6 months. So it's all gone. So whatever I have now, it's actually the gym. So
wow.
And I have a personal trainer who is amazing and who I work out with. 5 times a week. Love him to death. You know, he took me to where I am today, which I'm super grateful for. So,
what are your workouts like?
oh, they're tough. Oh, they're tough. I think I squatted 200 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. So
On a squat rack or like loose? Okay.
yeah, loose. Like, yeah, loose. Not in a machine. Yeah.
Holy
So,
cow.
you know, he pushes me, but I love it. That's, you know, that's my goal, to be a personal trainer. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
really you could kind of help people, like same guys you would see from the strip club. Maybe you help them out, like physical training. You're like,
Probably.
I'm here to boost your self-esteem either way.
Yeah. So that's my goal. And, you know, fitness has really helped me in a lot of ways, because I do suffer from depression as well and anxiety. And I don't want to be medicated, because I just don't feel like it's a good solution for anybody, because you're just putting a Band-Aid or on a, you know, on something. And once you've stopped medication, it will all come back. So
That's how I completely agree with you, because like the days I haven't worked out, like I'm not on the level you are yet. I'll get there one day. I'm only going like a couple times a week, but like I would love, like I lifted pretty heavy today and you feel so good. Like, and I do these F45. It's basically like circuit training.
Yeah, I love those.
But I've been going like I went pretty heavy today and I feel good. It feels like you could just like, I don't know, run through a wall or something. And I notice on the days I sleep late or don't work out, like I'm dragging ass all day. My mood is down and there's really nothing like it.
Yeah. So it does help you, because it raises your serotonin levels, and it just helps you. And it has helped me tremendously, not only with just feeling good about myself, but, you know, eating healthy and not having like panic attacks and eating disorder issues and stuff. So it took a lot of work, but, you know, it has helped me a lot. So
I was not bullied, but I was like made fun of more so, probably more so in my 20s and 30s, to be honest. But like I could never have the discipline to have an eating disorder. Like I think my most toxic body situation was when I was like just taking Adderall, because I had legit ADD and I was prescribed it, like passed the test with flying colors, was taking it every day, not a crazy amount, like 10 milligrams, but like extended so that it lasts to just get through the workday. Cause like I would just be so ADD at my jobs, and you have to whatever, write speeches, schedule, like do all this boring shit that I hate, and I couldn't keep my attention on it. Like now I know it's because it's not really what I was like meant to be doing with my life, but I had to get through the day. But it made me manic, but it made me like pretty thin, because it just kills your hunger.
I know a lot of bodybuilders who do take Adderall without having ADHD, just to lose weight, which is not really good for you, but that's what they do, you know, together with steroids and a whole bunch of other supplements. So yeah, it will make you thin, you know.
What do you do if you have to lean out? Do you like keto? Do you like intermittent fasting?
Yes, I do. I actually do carb cycling. So I have low carb and high carb days that my trainer puts together for me. I take HGH. I do take supplements, injections. I don't.
HGH, is that human growth hormone? I thought that was just for guys. I'm so dumb. I don't know anything about this world.
Okay, so the story behind the HGH thing is, so when you get older, your body does stop produce certain hormones, or it doesn't stop, but it lowers the production of HGH and a whole bunch of other things. So I do take peptides that stimulates the production of HGH. So it's a pretty high dose. So it's basically like taking HGH, and it has helped my mood. And I do take oxytocin as well. It has helped my mood, my skin, my weight, my muscles, everything. It's just an amazing product. So that's what I do. And I do a shitload of cardio, which is not fun, but high intensity training mostly. So
See, okay, maybe this is because this is what the people at the gym tell me because they want me to keep going to this gym, but they're telling me like I don't need a lot of cardio to get like snatched looking. It's really mostly
No.
about weight training.
Yeah, it is. They're not lying. If you're super overweight, very overweight, yes, like high intensity cardio, that is something you should start with because you want to lose all that fat you have so you can get snatched. Because yes, you will build muscle, but you will build muscle under all your fat, which will make you look bigger. But you're thin, so if you want
Stop it! Ah!
to,
I'm gonna cut this out and listen to it every day.
you're a petite girl. What can I say?
I could lose 10. I could lose, I don't know.
Well, everybody could lose 10. The question is, do you need to lose 10? No, you look amazing. Like you don't, if you want to tighten up, lift weights, heavy, and then do 10 minutes high intensity cardio in the end if you feel like you want to work on your cardio, but you look awesome. So yeah, you probably just need to lift a little bit more, lift a little bit heavy, and your waist will come in, those muscles will pop out, and you'll be good. You'll be
cool. And maybe I could lay off the spiked seltzers. I don't know, but they're only a couple of carbs each. Do you drink much?
I don't because on the medication I take, I can't. I can't really drink because the liver will take a hit from that. So, and I'm a light drinker. So if I drink 2 margaritas, somebody is getting raped.
Somebody's getting blown. Oh, yeah.
Yes, he's getting, somebody's getting it.
Well, yeah, you said you got married, right? So,
yes, but we kind of are in a little, open relationship.
You're open.
Yes.
I've heard that open relationships are BS. They never work. Someone's going to get jealous and resentful. No. One person's going to be more open than the other one. How do you guys make it work?
Well, to be honest, I just don't. So for me, it's like this. If you're married or dating somebody, you can't be worried about him leaving or finding somebody or her.
Just because, generally, right? Whether you're open, whether you're open or shut.
In life, it's like this. You can't stop anybody from doing anything. They're going to do whatever they want to do. You can't control another person. So if somebody wants to leave, they will leave you regardless, or cheat. They're going to cheat regardless. It doesn't matter what you do. You can be the hottest, the best wife or husband in the world. If somebody wants to cheat on you, they will, regardless. You can't stop it because it's human nature. A person will choose. So I was like, okay, I mean, we have an OnlyFans, so we started kind of dabbling in that threesome kind of situation. And I was like, okay, let's try it. Might be fun, might be spark, it will spark your marriage a little bit. It will be fun. So we did it once and we had tons of fun. It was super, super fun. So I was like, hey, why not keep this, fun train going? And we just did. And then we shot with more and more girls. So we're like 5 girls and my husband. And, it was just a lot of fun. And all of these are my close friends. So we had a good time. And then I was like, well, if we're doing this, my husband can have his own OnlyFans because there's not a lot of guys on it.
So he's in OnlyFans form. Like I know some people that their man is like the stunt dick, and it's just like you just see like a little bit coming out from the side, like, hey, but you never see their whole body.
But yeah, so he has his own OnlyFans and he shoots with girls. He just sets up, shoots, and he's very professional about it. And people ask me, aren't you jealous? Like if you do something, if you have a photo shoot or whatever, and he's shooting with somebody else somewhere else. I was like, listen, I trust my guy, but if he wants to leave, he wants to leave. He'll find somebody else. I can't stop that from happening, and sex is a little bit different for men and women. Women have a little bit more of an emotional attachment. Not all women. I'm not speaking for all women, but the women I know have more of a this is emotional for me, which I understand. It's emotional for me too. But guys are a little bit more, oh, let's be a little bit more casual about this. I want to have sex, you want to have sex, let's have fun. But I have a wife or a girlfriend that I love and I'm super happy with, and love and sex are not the same thing. I'm not saying this goes for everybody, but guys that I know tend to be like that.
It scratches a novelty itch, it's like,
yeah,
it is possible to have sex without getting attached, but it's like you have to know yourself really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
because if it's a cheating, like it's a slow thing that's building and you feel like you can like ignore it and you're not getting your needs met over time, like that's a little bit more of like a deliberate cheat that you should be talking about, like, hey, it's been a month and we haven't had sex, or hey, like I feel like you've been
distant or whatever.
Distant, yeah, checked out. So
but yeah, it's hard. People ask me, oh, if I'm jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm not. I've never been a jealous person. I've been a worried person more than jealous, I would say. But for me, the cheating part, it's not the cheating itself that's the problem. It's not the act or the sex or whatever. I don't care. But it's the lying, that's a little bit more hard to swallow, because this is a person you love and you choose to lie to that person, which is, a shitty move. But I'm not saying that, just because a guy cheats in a relationship or a woman, it doesn't mean that you can't get back on track, with your relationship, if that's something you want. And,
it shouldn't be a deal breaker. I feel like for a lot of women, it's a total deal breaker. And guys too.
But what women have to understand, when a woman cheats, it's an affair, because if a woman cheats, she's done. Usually that's what happens. And she's very unhappy in the relationship. But when a guy cheats, it's more like, oh, I just wanted to have sex with this person.
Someone was nice to me. Yeah.
Or he is truly unhappy. I've had clients at the club that are like that. Like, I'm truly unhappy, but we have a business together, or we have kids, or we have this or that. It's hard to leave, even though you're unhappy. And guys kind of tend to be better at trying to solve a marriage than a woman would be. Because when a woman is done, she's like, I'm out of here, because she's been thinking about this for like a while
now. Years. Yeah.
Yeah. So she has already, the scenario in her head is already played out. So she's gone.
The chat is wondering if you're a Gemini.
No, I am a Libra.
Ooh, October. Don't tell me. Don't 14th. Tell me. 14th.
Yeah. That is what it was. Yeah. But no, I'm a Libra. Actually, people ask me if I'm a Virgo or a Scorpio, but I'm not. No, I'm a Libra.
Because you're like talking openly about sex, which is why people think Scorpio, which is what I am. And I think it's fascinating because there's like, I just like analyzing like the psychology underneath it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think sex, it's healthy to talk about, and you have to talk about it, especially right now. We definitely have to talk about sex. It's like, and I don't really understand people who have a hard time discussing sex. So for me, it's so natural, because I work with it, and I work around people that are in the sex industry. I work with people that are adult stars that are huge, and I work with people that are swingers or escorts, or my friends are everything. One friend, they're looking for a unicorn right now, like a third person in their relation. Yep. So and I have one friend, she's an escort, she's been an escort for 25 years. So I don't judge, and I think it's so healthy, and it's so interesting and fascinating, and how people view their bodies, their sexuality, their views on relationships. I'm like, this is interesting. Like, for me, it's just very fascinating, and I love talking about it.
Yeah, and it's interesting too. Like, I'm not saying this to like brag. I've been in a couple of three-way situations. And like when I first started dating my boyfriend, like that was one of our goals. And then we kind of put it on the back burner. And then we worked on getting like really, really close.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's like it's definitely not off the table in the future. Who knows? But the ones that I've been in, like I went into them thinking, oh, this is gonna be all about me. It's gonna be so much fun. Oh my God, because I was single at the time. And it wasn't. They were, in my experience, a lot of work. I had to be very fixated on the woman in the relationship because I'm like, because on one of them, like she had a meltdown, started crying, went into the bathroom, and I was just like, I felt like I had to be like part friend, part relationship therapist. So it wasn't like this freewheeling, fun, throwing caution to the wind kind of a time. I felt like I had to just like be hyper focused on everybody's emotions.
Yeah. And you know, it does happen because when you have a threesome the first time, it's very awkward because there's a lot of
you have no idea. You don't know that you can lay down ground rules. You don't know that you can say no to things. You just think like the first one I had was so terrible, and it was like I had nothing to do with the girl that was chosen. It ended up being like it was an ex's girl that he used to hook up with. So it's like I felt like an outsider, even though I was dating this person. It sucked. It was like and like I'm deep down such a people pleaser, so it just felt like, you know, and I have a joke about this. I joke about it on stage, like it just feels like work. It feels like manual labor. You're just like, it feels like
moving parts. There's a lot of them, and
there are moving parts.
Yeah, and you know, it's like, I don't know. It's a lot of work. It is. I mean, maybe it's different if you get drunk and you know you have a drunk threesome, because then you're kind of like, oh, fuck it, let's just do it, you know. But if you're actually going to do it, okay, we want to try a threesome, it kind of gets weird because there is always, okay, so they're doing this. What am I supposed to do? Like hold my hand here, or should I
hold someone's water? Yeah.
Touch a boob, hold the hair. Whatever,
just,
you know,
wiping sweat away. Yeah, you're like you're like a PA. You're like an intern.
You're cheering him on. Come on, you know, it's
like, and I'll be here if anyone needs a snack. Yeah,
exactly. So you know, it's a little bit of work, but I mean, I usually had fun doing them, but now I'm a little bit, you know, I'm kind of getting up to where I'm kind of a little bit over it because I've done it so much.
Do all the things. Yeah. Do you find it's better with somebody you know, like a friend, or somebody like, I will never see this person again, easy cleanup, you know, we did it while we were on vacation, won't bump into them?
I would say, like, I've only done it with my friends that are also in the adult industry, so it's a kind of different point of view. But I had friends that actually went down to Mexico and just went to a swingers resort and just went with it. And they said it was way more fun to do it like that than just do it with somebody, you know, or, you know, it's kind of scheduled. Not scheduled.
It's logistically easier because if you just go to a place where everyone who's there is down, like a hedonist or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. So I would probably say it's, if you're a person that is new to this but you want to try, I would just say, you know, hook up with somebody at the bar and just, you know, roll with it, have fun. And because if it's a friend, you kind of have to text them and it's going to be awkward, and then they have to show up on time, and then you sit there, oh, okay, what do we start with here? You know, so I don't know. That's just what I think, but I've only had threesomes with my friends.
Yeah. All right, cool. We got some questions in the chat. Oh, from Flagrant Triggers, Monica, brand ambassador for Flagrant. Real note. Oh, he wants you to be the mascot for the t-shirts. Real note, super proud of you for staying unmedicated, facing your problems, and being honest AF. People crave unsavory truth over pretty lies these days.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am down. But yeah, thank you. Yes. I'm trying to be honest, and people, I don't know, I get a lot of shit for it, but I'm like, well, listen, my dad, whom I loved to death, he passed away in cancer 8 years ago. Miss him really, really, yeah. he always said one thing to me. It's better to be an honest asshole than a fucking liar. I live by that.
Yes.
So, I'm honest with everything that I've done and everything that I stand for. And, I own up to it. Like, this is what I've done. I'm not proud of it, or I'm proud of it, but this is who I am. It has defined me to who I am today. And I mean, everybody has done things that they're not proud of. I mean, God knows everybody has done dumb shit, but you have to own up to it and you'll feel better about yourself.
Yeah. And you do have to like forgive yourself too. That's so funny. I was closer to my mom, who died 4 years ago, cancer, and my dad, the narcissist, lives on.
Same here. My mom lives on and she's freaking happy in France. And I'm like, yeah.
That's so funny.
But yeah, it's really interesting. But
another question from Mark Tracy. I'm still on eggshells, wondering if Monica ever felt cheated on in an open relationship, or what makes anything she does different than the women that cause problems. This is a little confusing to me. But yeah, the idea that what would constitute feeling cheated on, just lying.
Probably the issue will come up if my husband texted somebody behind my back and set up a meeting behind my back that I didn't know about. And he vents like everything he does. He's like, is this okay with you? This is the person. Is this okay with you? He always asks 20 times if it's okay with me. If I want to see the content or whatever, he's very open with it. I just don't look at the content because I just don't look at even my own content because I'm like, whatever.
So you don't even look at your husband's OnlyFans?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I've seen it.
Okay.
I've kind of helped him edit stuff and whatever. So, I mean, I've seen it and it doesn't bother me at all. It's very weird. It's a turn on. Is that weird? Am I weird?
No.
But seeing your man fucking another, sorry, can I say that? Having relations with another woman and pleasing her, and that's your man, you kind of go like, yeah.
So this is what you're describing. Is there a word for this? It sounds like it's like would you call it a female cuck, or is there a different word for it?
No, I've never heard. Yeah, I probably am. I think it's hot. I don't know why.
Okay, why is this hot? Because it's like you're looking at him. Is it almost like you're a fly on the wall and you're like, this is what it would look like if I wasn't here, but yet you are there?
Yeah, I really don't know. I just think I have no idea what makes it so hot, but I just find it hot. Like it's, sometimes we have threesomes and, you're in it. You kind of just want to watch them and get off. You know what I mean? It is
fun to watch. I feel that.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's because it's your man pleasing another woman who's also your friend. And you're kind of proud. You're kind of like, oh, he graduated. Or, you're just proud over, what he can do to a woman. And you're kind of like, yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I think I would get, wow, if I watched my guy, like, let's say he was able to get another woman off like way faster than me, then I would be like, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I don't know. I mean, I already think that generally, but I feel like I could get my insecurities triggered big time because.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm Samantha, like Samantha from Sex and the City. By the way, she is my spirit animal.
She's the best. She's the best one.
Yeah, if I die, I want to come back like Samantha. Mm-hmm. But I also want to be married to Big because, oh my God.
Really? Big? Not Aiden?
No, Big.
Because the big closet, because he's a 1%er.
Yeah, and also maybe he has a big closet somewhere else as well. Downstairs.
Like a big piece? Oh, have you seen it or have you heard?
No, I haven't. Okay. I wish I knew. I think that's where the name Big comes from. I kind of hope. I know it's not.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I just love seeing my guy with somebody else, and it's not like I want to I want to give him away to somebody else. It's just this sex act is a turn on for me. So
it's gotta
I
be
don't know.
like a heavy voyeuristic thing then, because
It is
it could be just
probably.
any old chick and it doesn't even matter particularly what they're
No,
doing. Yeah.
no, it's just him getting another woman off that is attracted to me. And then I feel like I want to have sex with him after because this is so hot, you know? So
It's like
that's,
it's almost like it makes him look like more in demand, I guess. It's
yeah,
probably something like
yeah,
a biological like competition thing.
yeah, probably. But yeah, I love it. I don't have any issues with it. But yeah, the cheating thing would probably be if he did this behind my back, not knowing, not venting, not telling, stuff like that. That would bother me. Yeah, it would. It would have to be a very pretty heavy discussion.
Like,
But
why
yeah,
be secret? Like, you're the most open, coolest chick. You are what many guys would consider like the perfect woman because you're just
oh,
down with all this fun stuff. You're
yeah.
hot. You have a vaguely Swedish accent. You got it all, babe.
Oh, thank you.
Reptilian research. I've had couples at the club try to pick me up twice, and it was the guy who wanted it both times. That's what we call gay bait. No, I don't know what that is called.
Oh my
It's a
God.
compliment.
So I actually have a fun story about this.
Yes.
So my manager at the club where I worked, the day shift manager, he was gay. The most fabulous person I know. Like, he's so fabulous, I just can't. So we had a guy at the club that was one of my customers, and he would get dances from me, and then he would go to him and ask him, "Are you free for a dance? I can pay you like $500 for one dance."
Oh
Just
wow.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
it's not uncommon. I mean, I had guys that come in that are bisexual. But yeah, he would go up to him every time. "Are you free for a dance? I will pay you whatever you want if just one dance." And he's like, "You don't have to be like naked or anything. You can take your shirt off, but I just want to be like, I just want to touch you and jerk off, basically."
Whoa. See, for
Yeah,
me, like, it would be such a deal breaker. Like, if my
I know.
boyfriend or fiance was into another dude, I that would be a turn off. I would be like, oh God. Because it's like at a certain point, it's like, well, I don't have a dick. Like, I can't be a dude at all, even a little bit. So
You can't compete. That's the thing. You can't.
you can't compete with someone
No,
with a penis.
you can't. But I mean, it happens. It happens at the club, actually. And a lot of guys told me that other guys has tried to pick them up and stuff. Because I think when you enter a strip club,
It's
like,
yeah, it feels like anything
free for all.
goes.
Yeah, exactly. So that might have been it. And he's probably a hot dude. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Probably wears tailored pants that fit him.
Ooh, with a nice peach in there. So can't
Nice
blame the dude. But
That's
yeah,
fun.
it's been a good ride though. And I just love what I'm doing, and I love helping people. And if anybody wants to talk about what I've done and what I haven't done, or how I see things, they're welcome to DM me or email me or whatever. I'm happy to help. And me and my husband actually did do a show for Truly. It's Love Doesn't Judge, and we got
Oh,
a lot of heat for that. Ooh,
let's see. Love Doesn't Judge. I've never heard of such a
yeah,
show.
it's a Barcroft TV show.
Oh yeah, IMDb. Here it is.
And yeah, we actually did an episode on how my husband controls my life, which he doesn't. It was a little bit, over the top, but I like pleasing my guys, so I'm a
Oh,
submissive. It's so a lot of people actually did come to me afterwards and asked me, like, how is it to
when did this come out?
this
December last year. Okay.
yeah, it did come out. Yeah.
It's you. Oh,
Yeah.
that's him.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Look how cute. I wonder if I'm going to get dinged if I play the volume on this. So
from the
you had to
outside.
like kind of pretend that he controlled your life just to do this episode?
No, I didn't pretend. So,
Okay.
you know, I for what I like from a guy is I think it's hot when the guy is like, wear this for me, babe. Or
That is hot. Yeah, it's like they
you know,
care.
yeah, I'm a little bit into that, you know, 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing. I'm very into it. And, you know, I like when a guy is very like, you know, like this. It's because I am a strong woman myself. And, you know, every day I work 24/7. You know, I do social media, you know, I work, we have a management company, and it's just a lot. So I do love when a guy takes over in the end of the day, you know, where I can be my submissive little me in my little dresses and be all cute and like, hey honey, what do you want to eat? Like, I live for that. I love that. I love pleasing.
Aww.
I love cooking. I love seeing my dude happy. And I've always been like that. This isn't something that, you know, my husband made me do. I've always been like that. My ex, he didn't even put his own socks on. Like, I did everything.
What?
Yeah. I cooked, I cleaned, I packed his stuff, I did the laundry, I did everything. I like it because in the end of the day, when you've been working all day, you've been, you know, bossing around, you've been, you know, a badass, you kind of just want to have somebody to take care of and please and just, you know, get a hug and be like, you know, you just
like
want
to feel needed.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. So, and I got a lot of shit for that video, that episode where people were like, she's giving up her
autonomy. Yeah,
and she's not a strong woman, you know, and he's this, he's that. And you know what people have to understand, this is who I am. Like, this is my soul. This is who I am. It's not somebody he made. He didn't make me do any of this. This is what I've been like this all my life. And I just love it because if I per se, I tell you, hey, you know, Chrissy, come over for dinner. You know, I cook something and you love it. That's the best feeling a person can have, is when you give something to somebody else and they love it and they're happy and they're content and you just like, oh, this is the best.
Yeah,
so
I think women now are encouraged to like have their walls up, have their defenses up, and
Yeah.
they see like men and women can serve in different ways. Like it's literally one of the 5 love languages is acts of service, and like for men that looks like maybe changing your tires, maybe filling your gas tank, and for women that's like cooking you a meal, doing your laundry.
Yeah.
It's one of the ways people can feel loved, and I think modern women are kind of indoctrinated into not giving them that part of themselves up, like if they're somehow seen as weaker, or like they should just be basically acting like men, like bossing it up, get your PhD, you have to take care of yourself because a man could leave you at any time, and like that fucking sucks. I mean, that is true.
Yeah,
but I think that sort of conditioning hardens you.
Yeah, what I feel like today, and this has been an issue that I've seen this whole week, because we've been, you know, presented with some tough times for women now. But one thing I do see when I scroll through my TikTok and, you know, I'm on Instagram and everybody's talking about the situation, and I feel like it's all about women this. I'm a woman. You don't have a uterus. You can't say nothing. Listen, this is how I see it. Men and women are both human. You know, men have feelings, women have feelings. And we have to understand that it takes 2 to tango, right? You can't be a victim all your life. You can't, I'm a woman, so I'm a victim. No, we're not victims. We give birth. We carry children. We do amazing things. We're not victims. But men kind of help us with being strong women. You know, if we wouldn't be able to have a baby if there was not a guy in there, you know? So we kind of have to understand that, you know, it's a 50-50 effort. And that's kind of how I live my life. I give, you know, in the hopes of whoever I give whatever two will support me and give back whatever he can to make me feel better. And I think that's, if we think more in those terms, we wouldn't have so many divorces and issues. And we just have to communicate and be like, this is my love language. This is what I like. This is what I dislike. And he can be, okay, babe, this is my love language. And this is what I like and dislike. And, if you don't like what the other person has to give, you could leave, or you could just not participate in the relationship. But it's always a 50-50 effort. A relationship isn't always a woman is strong and I'm not going to cater to this dude. Like, this is your dude. This is your husband. This is your dude.
Like, don't you want to be catered to? Like, don't, should it be equal? Yeah,
this is your dude. One day you might have beautiful babies with this dude that you're not going to cater to. I can't. I'm not made that way. I just can't. I can't be that cold to another person, not even to my friends. Like, I love my friends. I think for my friends.
People that are afraid to open up in that way, like, you look behind that and they're actually like, they're afraid of being hurt or they're afraid of being abandoned. And like, what's past that is probably an issue with a parent, usually a dad, or like a past relationship that's really hurt them. I mean, there's always pain behind these things.
I mean, it is. There is always pain. I mean, there is always a bad relationship. There is always an asshole parent. There is always, something. But I don't think sheltering yourself and being a hard ass about it will help you, because one, you might end up lonely for the rest of your life, or two, in a really bad relationship again.
And the same problems seem to come up like in each relationship. Like, the people I've noticed that like just jump from girlfriend to girlfriend, or like they've been divorced 4 times. It's like the lessons that you need to learn will keep presenting themselves to you. And even if you're with a different person, like, everyone is a mirror. So you're going to have to still face yourself.
Yeah, of course. And the more true you are to yourself and be like, okay, this relationship I had with whomever here didn't work because maybe I did something. You kind of have to look at, did I do something? Maybe we're just not meant to be. So it's always, when a relationship ends, I feel like it's not always one person. It's a situation that ends because, these people maybe shouldn't have been together. It happens, but it can't stop you from loving. It can't stop you from opening your heart. It can't stop you from, living a happy life again, because I believe that your true soulmate is out there. And, there is somebody for everybody. And I truly feel that, because I've been through bad relationships. Hell, some of them I fucked up because, I have issues with my parents, and I know that. I don't talk to my mom. My dad is not with me. So, I have issues because my parents treated me one way or another, but I can't let that define who I am today. I can't hate people for it. I can't, be a bad person just because of it.
Being self-aware to know like what is your stuff, and being able to differentiate like if you are confusing your stuff and your baggage for this person's baggage, I think that's huge. There's a lot of projection going on. Just everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we just have to love each other's imperfections, and that's what a really good relationship is all about. Everybody has them. God knows I am sometimes, I throw things and I yell and I'm not particularly nice. And, my husband slams the door and, he gets upset and he yells and whatever, but we're just two people that are very passionate about things, and that happens, and nobody gets hurt. It's like an hour or two later, it's like, what do you want for dinner? And, we're over it. I just think you have to communicate, and you have to get to know yourself really well, and you kind of have to be humble about, where you come from, what the issues you've had, what you faced, and you have to work on yourself to be a good person, not only for somebody else, but mostly for yourself, right?
Yeah. Wherever you go, there you are. You said before, Monica, that women are in a tough position now because I assume you mean of Roe v. Wade or well, I forget the other case that's associated with it, but it was overturned. Why do you think that makes it a hard time for women now?
Well, first of all, I know a lot of women are very, very scared. Because what if, I get pregnant? What if something happens and I'm in a state where I can't have an abortion? I understand all of that. I truly do. And I do have a story of my own. And how I see things right now about abortion is because when I was 16, and this is, by the way, you're the first podcast, the first person besides my friends that I talked to about this. This has never been aired before, ever.
Aww.
And I feel like this is the time to air it because then people might think differently. I was 16. I got pregnant. It was a dumb thing. I knew that you could get pregnant with not using protection. I knew it, and I didn't want to get pregnant. I was just a teenager, I got pregnant. I was so scared to tell my mom because we're Catholic. I was so scared. So I was like, okay, I went to my friend. I was like, listen, I'm pregnant. She's like, okay, here is some money. You can borrow that from me. Just go to the doctors, take care of it. I was maybe week 6 at that point. I went, the test was positive. She had to take 5 tests. And I was on the floor crying. I was like, my mom will kill me. I'm not kidding. My mom will kill me. This is like, you can't tell her. And they were like, well, it's patient, it's medical privacy. We're not allowed to. I was like, okay. Went to the doctors. They did another test. It was positive. They did an ultrasound. And they said to me, oh, it looks like your fetus, there is no fetus. So it looks like it aborted itself because I was.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, do I need to do anything? They're like, no, it's all, solved itself. So you're good.
You had miscarried like within that 6 weeks.
Well, I went home in the hope of that was true. No period. Called the doctors. I was like, I still haven't gotten my period. Is there something, we have to check? They're like, no, it's pretty usual because, you still have pregnancy hormones in your body. It takes some time. And if not, come back. Okay. And then my breast started leaking. The panic set in and I went downstairs and I remember it and it was today. I was like, Mom, I need to tell you something. And, this was the hardest thing I have ever done. Or talk to with my mom. I was like, Mom, you will kill me, but this is the truth. I'm pregnant. She flipped out. But after the flip out, she was like, okay, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. She was like, okay. Are you keeping it or not? I was like, I'm 16. I can't. I'm 16. I'm in school. I have nothing. What am I supposed to do? Like, this was the hardest decision in my life, but I'm 16. Like, what, a child? So we went to the doctors. I was 4 months pregnant.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, okay, what do you want to do? I was like, I can't keep it. They're like, you know
when
how
did you start showing? What is that, 6 months or something?
Yeah, nothing. Okay. I was flat. No.
Okay.
I mean, and my mom is a doctor and she didn't know I was pregnant. So how I was so petite. So we go to the doctors, they showed me the ultrasound and a baby is there and I'm crying. My mom is crying. The doctor is like, okay, what are we doing? And he was very harsh about it. He was like, so what, do you want to remove it or do you want to keep it? And I'm like, I'm 16. I don't know. He's like,
no bedside manner. He just was like,
No, he was like, well, if you can have sex, you can decide. Like, well, I'm 16. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Well, you have 24 hours because after 24 hours, we're like, in 16 weeks pregnant, you can't have an abortion after a certain time. I was like, okay, well, yes, I don't want to keep it. Okay. He's like, here's a pill.
In Sweden?
Sweden, yeah. And he was like, why didn't you have an abortion earlier? And I was like, well, because they told me I wasn't pregnant. Like, they told me. He was like, who told you? I was like, the doctor. He was like, there is no file on that here. I'm like, what? So they didn't even have the file. The doctor didn't even put that in my file. I was like, well, okay. So they gave me a pill that I had to take to cut off the oxygen to the baby, which is super traumatic because you know what is going to happen. The next day, I went into the hospital. They induced me, and I had to deliver a baby at 16 weeks. After that, the placenta didn't come out. They pulled it in half. I almost died on the operating. My heart stopped. I stopped breathing once. I woke up once. I lost half of my blood.
Jeez.
So this whole Roe versus Wade is very, very hard on me because of my experience. And people don't understand the implications of an abortion until you have one. Yes, it is my body. Yes, it is my choice. And I did that choice. God forbid, forgive me for that. But I did it, and I did it in 16 weeks or 15 and a half, which is horrible. I don't wish it on anybody. On anybody. So please, if you know you're pregnant and you don't want to keep it, do not wait, because this is the worst thing you will go through in your entire life. You will live with this, because that baby was this big.
No way.
It was a little boy. He had hands and feet, and he had all his toes and fingers, and he was healthy. So please do not wait. If you know you are, do not wait.
Did you tell the guy?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What was his feeling? Like, did you decide with him, or you kind of decided without him?
We decided together. He was very supportive. Whatever you want to do, I would not tell him, because I don't think he was a part of it. So, I did. But
I'm sorry you went through that. Yeah.
So because the light is dying on me here, so, but yeah, it was very, very hard. Yeah. So
it's so hard. Yeah.
Why I don't react on it, or why I don't discuss it with people, or like discuss what I think about it, it's because of this. And I think that, yes, everybody should have a choice, but please do not wait. Because it will.
It just gets harder.
But yeah, I understand why women are scared and upset and frightened, because we just don't know what the individual states will
I mean, do. New York and California, you will always be able to get an abortion, which is like, okay, so even if you're in the middle of the country, like, and now a lot of folks, employers they're coming out and offering, like, we'll pay for your transportation, we'll pay for your whatever. Ultimately, it's just up to the states now, which doesn't make it illegal.
I mean, for me, my standpoint is that, yes, a woman should absolutely be able to choose, her, where she's at, and and what she wants to do. But I also think that we kind of have to have some sort of a regulation around it. We can't just let people, have abortions because they don't want to use a condom, or they don't want to, or they don't believe in whatever the reason might be. We can't use abortion as a contraceptive.
No, yes, of course. And like 90+% of abortions are like these recreational, oops, I just fucked around, It's
and
people always use the example, oh, rape or incest. Oh, the mom can't carry it to term. It's like that is such a small percentage.
yeah, it's like 1% or 0.5 or whatever it is. But I totally understand the medical standpoint. And a medical standpoint, yes, it's medical privacy. Whatever you do is between you, your doctor, and your God, whatever God you believe in. That is it. And that is how it should be for everything. Cancer, abortions, surgeries, you name it. Medical privacy, it's between you, doctor, and God. This is it. But I also have to, address the issue that what a lot of people don't know is that according to Roe v. Wade, it's a baby isn't seen as a baby until after week 24.
Which is how many months?
You're almost full term.
Whoa, that's fucking wild.
And that was the old definition of it when they first acknowledged and said, abortion should be a part of, what the government thinks. And when the propositions was said yes to, it actually states that up to 24 weeks, it's only seen as a baby after 24 weeks.
Wow.
My friend had her baby at 26 weeks because she was early, and she's a fantastic little girl. Oh. So I think that yes, abortion should be something that a woman should be able to do regardless of where we live, but we can't wait until you're week 24 or week 16. Yes, I understand if it's medical, 100%. If this is something that threatens your life, of course, if it's a dead baby or the baby is, some kind of, he won't live, I totally understand it. But if you're a person that, you know how you get pregnant and then you get pregnant and you just wait because you don't know, and then it happened, it happens, but you kind of have to take responsibility as well. And I really don't want to see people hurt because of this. I don't want to see women hurt, and I don't want to, see women die because of it. And I don't want to go back to, how it was before Roe versus Wade. But I also think that we kind of have to regulate it in some way where, I don't know, help with contraceptive or help with, if it's in Sweden, it's free. It's for free if you up to 20 years of age. Condoms.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Implant-on. All contraceptives are free up to you're 20. The same goes for abortions, by the way.
Wow. Here they're like hundreds of dollars, apparently.
Yeah. I think it's like $1,000 or something.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure, but in Sweden it is free. So we do have less abortions, but we're also a small country. But it is up to week 16. I think you can have an abortion in Sweden. Yeah.
Whoa.
So,
I think it's more self-responsibility. Like everyone likes to have fun. Everyone likes to have sex, but it's like yeah.
And I'm not going to judge anyone because they had an abortion. God, I had one, and I had one in the worst possible way. So I'm not going to judge anybody. If it's one of my friends, I will support her to the end of the world for it. I will hold her hand. I will love her and hug her and cry with her and, mourn the baby with her, because pro-life people don't understand something about abortions, is that just because you have an abortion doesn't mean you don't mourn your baby, or you're not sad for your baby, or you're not wishing that you could have your baby. But
what do you think of these women that you see at protests? Like, they're proud of their abortion. I feel like it's a cope. I feel like there's no way you could be proud of it. And it's like you're covering up your pain with activism.
I'm not proud over my abortion. As I said, it took me this many years to talk about it freely, but I felt like this is the time to do it because I see a lot of women coming out and sharing their experiences that are now pro-life, and some of them are still pro-choice, which is fine either or. I am not pro one or pro the other. I don't feel like I have to be pro something. I just feel like, yes, it should be up to the woman, but I also feel like it should be up to the guy and the woman to talk about it, especially if it's consensual, whatever. I'm not talking about rape, incest, or worst possible way of getting pregnant. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you had sex one night, there was a guy, there was you, and you have to talk about it. You know, because I feel like we're all human beings, and you have to have that discussion because communication is key. And maybe if you discuss it with him, you kind of go like, well, you know, maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe we can make it work. Because I feel like a lot of women feel like they're alone in a pregnancy. And I am alone. I met this dude. I am alone. I don't know what to do. I'll have an abortion. You're never alone because there was another person that was there with you when this happened. And maybe if you communicate with that guy, maybe you go like, maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe we can make it work. I know we don't really know each other, but who knows, you know? I just feel like we missed that part. And, you know, I told my guy, and he was on the same track as I was. He was very supportive and said, yeah, I totally understand. And I think this is what we have to do. So I was supported and I wasn't alone. And I know a lot of women feel so alone because that was my initial feeling when that test turned positive. I felt like the loneliest person in the freaking world. I was like, I am pregnant. I am 16. I had a one night stand with a friend. And what am I going to do? Who am I going to tell? My mom? She's going to kill me. The dude? I don't know. What if he tells everybody? Like the panic sets in, especially if you didn't plan for it.
And also too, like women, especially if you're like kind of a cool chick and like I know with me, like I don't want to force anything on anybody. So it's like I feel like if I were in that position, it's like, well, I don't want to force anybody into a commitment they don't want to be in.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I totally understand that part too. But you know, I'm hoping that somewhere somebody is pregnant right now and feels alone. If there is somebody out there that's like that, you're pregnant right now, you're alone. You have all my Twitters, my Instagram. Please reach out. You're never alone.
Aww.
You know, please reach out. It's better to talk to somebody who went through it than going through it alone. I welcome any female that is pregnant and lonely right now and just doesn't know what to do or what to decide. And I'm not going to talk you out of one thing or another. This is your choice. But if you just want to talk, I'm here.
Yeah. That's so helpful. And thank you for offering that up, Monica. I will. What's the best way for someone to get in touch with you if they are interested?
Whatever, Twitter, Instagram, not my OnlyFans because it would be hard, but Instagram, please send me a DM on Instagram, or you can just send me a DM and I go through all my spam DMs and everything. I go through my whole thing. So I will not miss you. And, you know, if you want to talk, I'll give you my number and you can call me, FaceTime me, just whatever you feel you need to do to not be alone. I'm here because I went through it and I was 16 and it was fucking tough.
Yeah. But you wouldn't be the person you are today. And like, maybe this all happened so that you can help people and give guidance, you know?
So, yeah, I truly believe that, you know, everything bad, something good, you know, turns out. So, you know, if I can help somebody make a decision that they don't know, you know, they're 50% here, 50% there, they don't know, you know, if I can help them decide and somehow make them feel less alone, that will make my day. It really will.
Oh, that's really kind of you. I should have read this super chat when we were talking about the other. This is going to be like a real right turn. This is from Fat Master. Does Monica ever shoot with another guy aside from her husband?
You know what? I haven't done it. We have discussed it. I just don't haven't found somebody that I do want to shoot with. That's the thing. I'm a little bit particular. So, but we've kind of discussed it, and I do have a really good friend, and her husband is also shooting, so it might happen. Yeah.
Okay.
We're exploring it. Yeah. It's just me being particular.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Monica, where can people follow you? They can check out your OnlyFans. They can follow you on Instagram at
Twitter.
Swedish _ Bella.
Yeah. And I have a TikTok, and my TikTok is Swedish Bella 83. You can follow me on there as well. And also, if anybody wants to talk, like, they can send me a DM on TikTok as well. So yeah, and whoever wants to talk about something, or they still have questions for me and stuff, they're always welcome. My door is always open, and I like talking to people. So.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for coming on, Monica. It was so great to chat.
So
you gotta come to Simcast. This was very like serious and real, but like come on Simcast. It's fun. It's fun. It's light. We dick around a lot.
So yeah, you're in New York, right? Or where are you at? Yeah. So
York.
I'm actually going to New York in September. Oh
my God, we have to hang out.
Yes, and it is my first New York trip.
Wow. Okay.
I've tried to go 3 times, but COVID didn't want me to go. COVID was like, "You're not going to New York." So,
we will hang out and yeah, come to my Compound Media show if you happen to be in town on a Monday. Yeah,
I will plan for it just because of. So I'll fly in on a Sunday and then come out on a Monday.
Yay! Oh, Monica, this was so great. You're a delight.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you to everybody in the chat for your questions and comments. Until next time, bye.